Hey, 6th grade, how's it going? Today we're going to learn about circles, radius, diameter, and circumference if we have the time. So, welcome to class. Hopefully you guys are doing well. I know that this seems like a really simple topic, but sometimes it can get pretty complicated, especially if we don't understand the formulas or the reason why we do something. So, let's jump right in today and talk about circles. There's lots of different vocabulary that you need to know when we talk about circles, and that vocabulary is on the screen. We have radius and diameter, which are the most important in this case. The diameter is the distance across the circle that passes through the middle, and the radius is just half that distance. The circumference, or the area of a circle, is the amount of space around the entire circle. You can see that again right here. The circumference is in blue, the radius is in orange, and the diameter is in black. You'll notice the radius is half the diameter. But then we also need to look at the ratio between the circumference and the diameter, and that is called pi. In English, pi. That's a number that's represented by 3.14159, and this number actually goes on forever and ever. Okay, but really only use 3.14 because that's just the best way to represent it if we're doing an easy calculation. Okay, this formula you'll see a little bit later on in the book and in our activities, but basically what you need to know is the circumference is the same thing as the area of a circle. When we were trying to find the area of a rectangle or a square, we would just take the sides, the four sides, and multiply it by the amount of each side. If it was a square, for example, you just multiply it by 4. If it's a rectangle, you would just add up the two longer sides and the two shorter sides, right? So to not complicate things anymore, we're just going to understand that if the radius is small, then the, let's look at this right here. The larger the circle, the larger the radius. And the larger the circle, the larger the diameter as well, right? It's a one-to-one correspondence, okay? We need to understand that. We also need to understand, boys and girls, that the diameter plays a really important part in the circumference, which we'll look at a little bit later. The diameter is the full way across, so that means that the radius is just half of the way across. In other words, if our diameter shown here is 22 meters or centimeters, then our radius would be half of 22, which would be 11 centimeters. Okay? So let's actually take a look at a couple of examples of drawing circles and then understanding that concept of diameter and radius a little bit more. If we take a look at this video, this guy is going to show us how to draw a circle a little bit more effectively. Okay?
Circle, place your middle finger by the lead and then firmly on the paper. Then smoothly turn the paper around. It will be turning around your finger, which is the axis. And hold your hand and the pencil very still. And we have a small circle.
Remember that word axis. You'll have to understand that for later on. Axis.
If you want a slightly bigger circle, use two fingers, like this. Good. For a still larger one, use 3 fingers and place the pinky down, like so. Good. And for a bigger one, use this bone of the wrist. Put it down firmly, but not with a lot of pressure, because otherwise it is hard to turn the paper. The whole hand and the wrist are locked, not moving. And apply a constant pressure with the pencil. Ta-da!
So what he's basically doing is using his hand as a compass, which is a tool that's used to technically draw a circle, inscribe a circle or an arc, something that usually an architect or maybe a artist might use to draw a more perfect circle. Okay, there are tools that you can use as well, and you might even have one of those in your pencil case, but he's using his hand to do it.
Let's do this again, but this time using a fine marker. We place the hand very
All right, so this link is going to be inside of the video notes. I'm not going to show you the rest of the video, but let's understand diameter and radius a little bit more. Okay, so we're going to go to a Jeopardy game, which is also going to be in the link of the video. Let's start with radius. My diameter is 64 centimeters. What is my radius? Well, 64 divided by 2 would be the radius, so it must be 32. Let's see. 32 is correct. All right. Let's go to the next question. Oops. Okay, number 2. The diameter is 280 centimeters. What is the radius? Well, diameter is the larger end, so we need to divide 280 by 2, which would be 140. We got it. Good. Let's just say team 1 got that one. Okay, and the next one. All right. Third question. The diameter is 100 centimeters plus 64 centimeters. What is the radius? Well, we need to add 100 plus 64, which is 164. And 164 divided by 2 is, let's see, 50 plus 30 plus 2 would be 82, I think. Let me see. Okay, we got it. Perfect. All right. Let's go to diameter. Radius is 6.5 centimeters. What is the diameter? Well, it would be 6.5 times 2. 6 times 2 is 12, and 0.5 times 2 is 1, so 12 plus 1 is 13. We got it. Next question. The radius is 99 centimeters. What is the diameter? Well, 99 divided by 2 would be our answer. 99 divided by 2, no, times 2, sorry, because our radius is half, right? So we're going to take 99 times 2 to get 198. Let's see if we got it correct. We did. Good. And let's do one more problem. The radius is 264 centimeters. What is the diameter? Well, do we divide 264 by 2 or multiply by 2? Well, the radius is the shorter end, right? So we need to multiply 264 by 2. 264 times 2 equals 528. We got it correct. Nice job. Again, the link to this video and this game are going to be inside of the notes of the video for today. And I think this game will probably play for next time because it talks more about circumference. But thanks for coming to class, boys and girls, and we will see you in a few days. Talk to you later.